So there, guys, welcome back to Towns with Charon and Velerious. Hello, Velerious.
Hello.
Hello. Unpausing the Derpsvilles. Craig Valerious says two things. First off, this is a stupid plan. We should put scaffolding along here and along here because it will make it 10 times quicker putting this shit in place.
It's true.
Right? So that's a good plan because he says scaffolding doesn't take long to put up or down.
Yeah.
I'm just going to set a shop going as well. And the other thing he said was...
Stop being racist.
Make 20 iron axes and 20 of each iron armour to equip the people that aren't equipped.
Well, I've been saying that for years, and you were like, no, don't do it, don't put the iron things on them because it's shit.
Well, it is shit, but...
It's better than nothing.
He says, yeah, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, that's the point. It is better than nothing. It legitimately has always been better than nothing.
Which is one-offs left?
Left, I think. That's Aaron. Still not quite sure. You got triple click.
14, 15, 16. Oh, yeah. I will do triple click on the next one.
Guy.
Which is triple click? Oh, that one.
The red button. Sharon. The button of justice.
Wow. The button of justice.
It's so good.
I'll just make 19 because I've already got one of those.
Okay. I freaking love triple click. It's so good. Makes me so hard in my pants.
Wow.
Wow.
Gives you a triple boner.
Yeah.
There's
did you know there's a clicker game out of porn? It's amazing.
There's a what?
There's a porn clicker game. What was it called? Fap Heroes or something like that? You know Clicker Heroes?
Yeah.
It's basically that, but with porn. It's amazing.
How does it work?
You click to beat the heroes, right?
Okay.
And every single time that you beat one, it gives you like a special vial, and that vial you then spend on getting porn. Basically like porn pics. Hentai.
Okay.
Hentai! And then you unlock your hentai, and then kill some more, and you're like, holy shit, it's amazing.
Holy shit. Fucking anime jokes. Right. Wooden spikes.
I mean, this is a shit idea. We should have just put logs on there.
So I'm going to keep doing these few because I've only got a few down this side.
What are the logs for?
Logs?
Mm.
Making wood.
But a second ago, you had, like, a block that's just made out of logs.
Oh, yeah. It's just a log wall.
Oh, God. I
suppose I don't know.
It just seems kind of weird.
We can just make a log wall. It's just a visual
thing. We could have made
thing.
the gardener's shed out of that, actually. That would have looked pretty good.
Yeah. Well, we made the log door, look.
Yeah.
So...
Log door, but no log walls. We're that kind of person. Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, we used logs there, look, on that one. I knew we'd used them somewhere. There you go.
That's quite nice, actually.
It's not bad, is it?
Nice log cabin.
It's beautiful.
Nice here, wood.
Log cabin in the woods.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Probably get murdered if you stay there overnight.
The frames of town's getting worse.
Yeah, the frames in towns are getting worse. I think we're reaching the sort of limits of...
I'm still 100% tempted to upgrade my graphics card now.
To what?
The latest one. It is now about 2 years out of date.
Can your motherboard take the latest one?
Yeah.
Though?
The whole point is that I've just held off doing it because I've not upgraded, right?
Yeah.
Because of the fact that last time I upgraded, I got Raptor. So that was back when Raptor first came out, and I was like, I don't want Raptor. So I downgraded back to before Raptor came out. Now they've even gone past that bit where they had Raptor for a bit, now they've not got Raptor at all, and then they've gone to another thing as well.
Okay.
So it's like, they've done all this weird kind of shit, and it's like, every game that I go on now, you know, like the latest ones, like even that Urban Empires that I got recently, it's like, there's loads of graphical glitches that go on.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, upgrade your graphics. It's like, usually I just ignore that. But I am now 2 years out of date.
Yeah.
So it does kind of make me wonder if perhaps it is a bit old.
Because I've thought about doing that before as well. But when I've run 3D Mark in the past, it's not my graphics card that's slowing me down, it's my CPU. That's the bottleneck.
Well, mine should be okay. It's an AMD 8-core, so it's got 8
but
cores.
I don't know how much better of a CPU my Mobo can actually take. Because it's already got a quad-core somewhere or other in there.
When I went on the AMD site and put in my details, it was just like, yeah, download the latest graphics drivers, that one fits yours.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's a temptation to do it. It really is.
Your phone said the TU has stopped. I don't know what that means.
It's the messaging system. It's probably stopped because there's no Wi-Fi on.
Alright.
Basically, it's because our messages are so unreliable now that I send it through TU, which sends it through our Wi-Fi, to their actual phone servers and
Yeah.
then sends it to you. So it works so much better.
Yeah, O2 really are dog shit for sending messages.
You didn't even need that last layer.
I think I do, so they can get down. Otherwise, someone will end up trapped up
But
there.
they've just been walking along that back one.
Yeah, they can walk on the wall, but once the things are up, that's essentially too high.
They can't walk over them, though.
I know they can't, but I'm worried that someone might get stuck up there.
I don't think
It just doesn't cost anything, does it, to put another layer of scaffolding
it
on?
costs so much time and effort and townies.
Fucking doesn't.
Oh, the time and effort and the
Damn it,
townies.
Velerious. Right.
Welcome to Roofing Simulator 2017.
It's pretty much all towns. This is a constant roofing simulator.
Kicking off towns with the Roofing Simulator here.
Nice spot of roofing, Velerious.
What you could do, right, to speed it up, is on these side bits, put everything but leave the front ones and the back ones empty. So if you actually move the mouse over there, so I can show you, right? You see at the very corner over there?
There.
Yeah. Leave that one empty, but then put the roof, the like spiky roof thing, drag it from the one below that.
Oh,
right,
yeah.
all the way down to there and leave that bottom one empty.
Okay.
Because then they can run along
then
there
they can
still.
do multiples
Yeah.
at once. I'll wait till the next chop's complete.
Maybe it's a nice big
There's
like.
just a few bushes
ease
left
as
to
well.
grow. So that we've got the maximum amount of wood, and I'll do that, because they should just rake through all the wood then.
You're saying that the townies haven't got wood.
Yep. Oh, there's a caravan.
I was sure
It's
they
not
always
here
have
yet.
goods. And
Oh,
woods.
I wonder where the caravan
Good
is.
woods. I wonder what happened when we build the wall. Will the caravan just stand outside the wall like, hey buddy, let us in?
Well, we'll have a gate, but we'll be able to, like, man guards on the gate, so when things come through, there'll be guards there.
Me and Jay were watching like Yu-Gi-Oh stuff the other night. You know, the abridged thing, and we watched the bit where it's like the opening of their film, and it's got them like dancing down the hallway, going, "Make sure not to whip your penis out unless it's really emergency."
What?
It's loads of like weird stuff.
I
They're
don't
like
remember that.
basically like dancing along, yeah, Yugi and his little mates,
Yeah.
and they're like saying, "Make sure not to make too much noise. Bring yourself a treat to eat and things like that." And in the background, it's got like the Car Games on Motorcycles guy,
Yeah.
and he's just like playing some kind of like electronic music. And just afterwards, he like comes over and goes, "Don't talk, watch. Don't do this, watch. You came here, now watch it."
I don't know any of that.
I'll have to show you afterwards. You remember it once you see it, because it was something we both laughed at as well. It basically is like it's the best opening to a cinema thing I've ever seen in my life, and they should do that with every single one.
Where is this caravan guy?
He's probably dead.
It's been arriving for a while.
Yeah, he's probably dead. He's probably
Oh, is there?
glitched out. No, there he is. He's on his way.
Where did he fucking come from?
Well, probably from the very far top right, and it's like we've got fences there, so he has to walk around the entire lake.
Maybe.
Because I imagine, I don't know actually. I was going to say I imagine he can use doors. Actually, yeah, he can. There's one on the market door.
Yeah, it must be able to use
Yeah.
doors.
So we could very easily, when we build the wall, put a door in there,
Yeah.
and then just put someone behind it guarding it. So he just
And we can
come-
even lock it until he
We'll
turns
come.
up and then just open it to let him in.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, they can still bash down a lockdoor, can't they?
I don't know if a merchant can.
Just comes, kicks your fucking door in. Buy my products!
I'm here to trade, motherfucker.
I'm here to show you things. Things you shouldn't even have to ask.
There we go. Is that what you meant to do?
Well, I meant one less at the bottom, so they could fill in that one as well.
Well, they can do the back wall anyway, because there's scaffolding there. So it doesn't actually matter.
Yeah, but they've still got to do that one by one now. So they don't fuck it up.
What do you mean?
So they don't fuck it up. Because if they fuck it up, they can't walk over another block, can they?
But-
So what I was saying was to leave this blank and leave the other one blank on the other side, and then just do the middle bit again.
Why?
So all four corners are blank, so they can walk across the corners.
But they can still walk across the corners because there's scaffolding.
Yeah, but they can't when you put a block there. You just put a block there.
Yeah, they can, because they can walk diagonals.
What do you mean? They can't walk over that block.
This block?
Yeah.
No, but they can go from this scaffolding to this scaffolding.
I don't know if they can do that.
Yeah.
That's a little bit too much for the townies.
No, they can do it.
Right, let's watch it. Let's watch it. I want to see if the townie does this.
It might take them a while.
Oh, this guy's going up, but someone keeps moving the fucking thing.
It's not my fault. It's just stupid fucking hardcore
He says,
mouse.
sat there moving it around, whisking the mouse around. It's not my voyage, your mouse.
I want to keep putting these bits in so it gets
Put
done.
your bits in a minute. I want to see if they can do this diagonal thing. I think you're lying to me.
Of course they can.
No, don't think so, mate. They've got to
Valerious-
have one in the middle.
They don't have to have
They do
one
have
in
to
the
have
middle.
one in
They
the middle.
don't.
They do.
They don't.
They do.
They don't.
They do. When have you ever seen them walk
no.
diagonally without something in the middle? On the ground they walk diagonal because there's things all over, all the same height.
Well, in the dungeon, they can do that diagonal thing where it looks like there's a block that they can't reach, but they can just walk through 2 blocks to get to it.
Don't think that's right, mate.
Yeah, mate, it is.
No, I don't think so, mate.
It is, mate.
Go on then, show me then, mate. Go on, show me the girls do it.
How?
Go on. Unlock the ghost room. Let them, let them
How
do it.
is that relevant? It's not like they can
Go on,
do
mate.
anything in
Unlock
the
the
ghost
ghost
room.
Unlock the ghost room. Go on.
Oh, look at this dopey cow here. She's going to take this wood, okay, and she's going to put it over here, and then someone else is going to come and pick it up from there and take it back.
Is that not because you've kept chopping and they don't have anywhere to put the wood?
They can put it here with the rest of the fucking wood.
Yeah, but they don't want to put it there because then it just makes it look untidy.
They're just idiots, Velerious.
It's just because you're obsessed with
fucking
chopping.
idiots.
You just really like chopping for some reason. It's like your big thing.
Because we're using the
It's your
wood.
big thing right now. Not that much wood, mate. It's like 6 chops.
6 chops.
6 chops. A la choppy doppy.
You can never have too many chops.
Ah, choppy choppy.
It's one of the truths of towns.
And the truths of Truthville.
You can never have too many chops. Oh, man.
Unless they're pork.
So, that new game you got,
Yeah.
is it good?
Urban Empires.
Urban Empires. The one
Yeah.
where it's like a city builder game, but you don't actually build anything, you just control the government policies.
Well, no, you do kind of build things, but it's more like, you know, in Presato, when you got the planning,
Yeah.
you basically like zone out a district, put your little bits in there and everything like that, and then say, can we build this? And they have to say yes or no.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind that, like, you can run into an enormous deficit of money as long as the income is still good.
Yeah.
If you're like 82 million in debt and you're making minus 300, then no, that's failed, basically. So, the whole point behind it is pretty fucking solid, to be honest. And as people have pointed out, there's a lot of things in there that are quite smart. So, like, with the Christian people that I have, that annoyed the shit out of me, basically every single vote that I did, they said no to. And when they first came in, they had 3 council members, so I was like, well, that's fine then. I can just, like, you know, overrule them a few times. And then suddenly they had 20 people, and I was like, well, that's bad. Everyone's voting for them. So I dug up some dirt on them, Sharon. Told everyone about their mother in a mental home and being a whore and all this business. And eventually, like, I think it was 2 times that I showed all this, like, evidence, you know, that I had on them. Their party no longer existed. No one voted them in. Therefore, there was no Christian party.
Well, that's good.
So I basically dropped them from 20 members to 0 by just digging up dirt and then throwing it out to the public and going, look what assholes these guys are.
Just like real politics, though. It's just like
Yeah,
Overwatch.
the thing was, at least like in this one, you're kind of controlling the sense of like, you know, you go, hey, let's lower the taxes for the elite class by 5%, right?
Right.
But then all the Christians are like, no, make them pay more and the lower man pay less. It's like, well, the lower man is already paying less. And it's like the elites are now paying like 50%, where like the working class is paying 20%.
Yeah.
Which seems a bit harsh, in all honesty, and that's the reason why we've not got many elites. It's like, by lowering the elite tax, you get more elites. So, when you've got the Christians going like that all the time, and then you release all the information, it's like, once they were gone, fucking passed it in no time. Everyone was for it, even the Green Party. They were like, yeah, take their tax down. Then again, the Green Party started pissing me off as well, because every single time I cast a vote as well, they kept voting against me. And then at one point, they went, the Green Party wants you to join them, right? And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll be part of the Green Party. They've got a nice big, like, hold on things and all this business. And then suddenly, like, it came up to the mayoral election.
Yeah.
17 of them voted no on me. It was like, fuck off, Green Party. Went and did some dirt on them. Like, fucking came back and went, look, the Green Party's assholes. And they were like, but you're part of us. I was like, well, you shouldn't have voted me out then, you son of a bitch. There was quite a few times I got voted out and had to overrule the decision, though.
Have you actually, like, finished a game of it yet?
Yep, I did that last night.
Did you win?
Well, I won the era of time, basically. Because I couldn't make the businesses more profitable because no one would listen to me. Which was really annoying.
That's the problem with politics, Velerious. It's
yeah, but the
it's
issue
very
was,
difficult
it's like,
to get anything done.
It was basically you turn them from like low density to medium density so they have more room to grow.
Mm.
But by doing so, you charge yourself like 10k worth of cash and lower yourself by another 200k of income.
Yeah.
So they're obviously very kind of skeptical about doing it. Now, if you get like a new district you've just built, if you build it with no like gas or electricity or anything, they're fine with that. Then you add in the gas electricity afterwards, they're fine with that. Then you turn it to medium density. Oh, no, buddy, hang on a second. We can only go so far with this bullshit. So yeah, it's very interesting. I enjoyed it. I also played another game, but I can't remember what that one's called.
Played another brick in the mall.
Yeah, that one. There was another game as well, though. It was about aliens. I had to splice their DNA. It was really cool.
Game about splicing alien DNA
Yeah, you're like an alien robot.
on Steam.
Yeah. You're like an alien robot, right?
Mm.
And it's like a tower defense game where you put walls and guns and everything. But you have to mine the minerals.
So this actually rings a bell. I think I've seen this.
Well, the first planet you go on, they're humans.
Mm.
The second planet you go on, they're like four-armed red things. And like they can't mine, but they can use the guns. Unless you get a DNA splicer and
better
splice
at mining
them.
with 4 fucking arms.
Well, for some strange reason, they just haven't discovered it. So the point is, you then put them in the DNA splicer, so they've got human DNA that know how to mine.
Right.
So then you've got a really efficient miner or really efficient gunner.
I see.
Based upon using them.
Okay.
And like later on, you get a laser eye race that like you put them with humans, so humans just have laser eyes while they're mining. So as they're mining, they just like turn around and laser eye someone. It's amazing. Wow. That was pretty good. Another brick in the mall. It's like every update. I've got to wait for the update, Sharon.
Yeah, it's still sort of early access, isn't it?
It's fairly early access.
Been having some issues with it.
Yeah. And obviously earning my money back up from minus 200k and with $2,000 every day. It's like it's going to take ages.
Yeah, I saw you playing that, and you got this great thing where you had all these little shops.
Yeah.
And it's like, people would they only shop in the nearest shop.
Yeah.
So it's like, even though the prices were like double in that shop, they were shopping there rather than go next door to the other shop.
Or the shop that
just like real life, too lazy to go to the, one more square along to another shop that's half the price.
Or they went in the shop that had everything.
Yeah.
So like, why go to PC World when Asda sells laptops?
Yeah.
Not sponsored by anyone.
Even though they're twice the price.
But yeah, essentially it's twice the price and shitter, but they'll go in there and buy that instead. So like, my stores was the In and Out, and then the Pear Inc. across the street. Yeah. And it's like Pear Inc. was selling like, discount cameras and TVs, and it had like all of cash registers set up and everything. Nah, just went in the big store, paid 200 times the fucking cost. In and Out. Fucking In and Out, Sharon. It sounds sexual, it wasn't. It was just because there was like 8 tills that are always manned. So it's like, if any kind of rush comes in, they could just sell everything quickly. Although the weirdest thing was as well, with the last update, my fresh food store is now actually pulling in a profit.
Nice.
Where before that was like $1,000 in debt every day.
Yeah.
Just because no one buys fresh stuff. And yet if you don't have it, the demand goes up.
It's a nice idea. It just doesn't seem to function quite properly yet.
Well, there's certain things that need changing and things like that. The one issue I've got with it is it feels more like the guy who's making it is a bit more artistic than Cody. Because I noticed like one of the things that he's doing is he's making all the items, rotatable. And last update there wasn't any rotatable items. Everyone was like, "What's the rotatable items?" And he was like, "Oh well, we're still working on them to make sure that when you rotate them, it looks like they've still got all that stuff on them."
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that from like a coding perspective, that's simple, just turning a fucking item. So every single item could be rotated quite easily. But if they're that desperate to get everything to still look
it's isometric,
like that,
isn't it? So you'd have to draw the other side of the item.
Yeah, but what they're saying,
another sprite.
What they're saying though is making it so you can see every individual item on there. Which that's nice and everything. But why hamper the growth of the game?
Oh yeah,
instead of just
prioritize.
It's like
fix the mechanics and fluff it up later.
I mean, obviously, as well, it's like if you've got a coder as well as an artist, get the coder to do something else while the artist works on that.
Yeah,
it's not hard. He doesn't have to work 100% with the fucking artist. Half the time they don't know what they're on about. Oh, artist joke.
Wow.
They just sleep around in bed all day. Oh, dread joke. And this would be the one Towns in like a lifetime that she watches.
Nah, mate. Nah, no one watches Towns.
No one watches Towns anymore.
No one watches Towns anymore.
It was cool back when Sips did it, but now, nothing, mate. Back when Sips did it and we watched it and we're like, oh, it's amazing, we should do an episode of this or two. And then we started, then we never ended.
We never ended.
That was the issue.
We almost
never
ended. There was a time when I said, shall we move on from Towns? And you were like, well, no, because we've got so much to do. Because that was back before we had like all this shit and stuff. And I think we had this in place and maybe this and this.
The main point was with Towns though is I wanted to build a city.
Yeah, which we have done.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, look at it. It's fucking amazing. It's just taken so goddamn long.
Oh yeah, Stonehalf, by the way, still chugging away on all its upgrades and such.
Yeah.
Now it's got actual emotions for your little citizens.
Emotions?
Yeah, that will affect them. So, like, if they go into, like, a cave, they'll feel claustrophobic if they've got claustrophobia. Okay. So, like, you could get, like, your most greatest of miners to have claustrophobia. So every time he goes in the mine, he's like, I can't mine. I'm too scared. The walls are closing me in.
The walls are closing in.
Sat there fucking hitting him with a pickaxe. Destroy the walls. But you can get, like, sad ones as well. So, like, if anyone dies, they get sad. If a soldier gets, like, beaten in combat, you can get, like, a little civilian to go run over there and bring him back and put him in bed and nurse him better.
Okay.
You got the alchemist who makes medicine for you now. The chef. The jobs actually have, like, upgrades to them. So, like, if you become a knight, if you become a soldier, you might become, like, a knight or a footman afterwards, or you might become, like, an actual ranger or something like that.
Yeah.
So you get, like, loads of different things. The rangers, though, are OP as fuck. Or at least they were when I played it. Got, like, 3 fucking goblin rangers come in, and they just owned everything.
Rangers are cool.
You just can't get close to them. They just fling out fucking arrows, like it's, like there's no limit on them. Those guys would!
Rangers are great.
It's the one thing that's always kind of, like, sketchy in games.
It's one of those things that, like, from playing a lot of D&D, the Ranger was always one of the weakest fucking classes as well. One of the coolest by far. Yeah. Because they get to fight with 2 weapons, or be badass at archery. But they were always, like, so fucking weak. They've been needing a buff for so long.
The thing with Rangers is the fact that it's like, they need to buy the
thing with Rangers in D&D is they work better if you work with your DM. Okay, yeah. So, like, my campaign that I'm running, I can talk about it because my players don't watch my channel, but it's going to involve a lot of illithids. So if one of them were to play a ranger, if we arranged it before time, they could take aberration as their favoured enemy, knowing that they're going to be facing a lot of aberrations, so they would get more of a benefit from it than perhaps they would in just a regular game where there's not as many aberrations.
I see.
So you've got to, I feel like to be an effective ranger, you really need to work with the DM and be like, look, what's the core enemy that core enemy group that we can expect to face?
The badges are made.
And I will take that as my favoured enemy.
Green badges. I think it's Mount here. Hey baby, we're doing all that. Get out of the corner.
That's how badgers chat each other up.
It is.
Just go up, stick their nose up your butt.
They've usually got like a very deep voice as well. They're just like, hey,
like Barry White, Badger White.
I can't do Barry White.
It
would be incredibly like unethical to even do Barry White. Unethical on myself because I would probably get my face smashed in by Craig Gummersall and the Barry White.
Don't approve of your shit impression of Barry White.
Like the badger's just like climbing up behind it. It's just like, hey baby.
That was brilliant. That was a good Barry White.
I just want you to rip off those pants. I don't wear any pants. That's because you're a badger. So am I.
That was good. I like it. That wasn't offensive.
Can't get enough of your love, badgers. They'll still be offended. Everyone's offended by everything nowadays. That's how the world works.
That's true. People are so easily offended.
You could go on like social media and just put, I hate myself, and someone will get offended that you hate yourself.
To be honest, I think part of the key to becoming a more multicultural society, do you know what I mean?
Is be an asshole.
No, part...
Look after yourself.
The exact opposite, Velerious. The whole point is, in order to love each other, Velerious,
but you
must first not get pissed off at each other.
But they already do this. They already say, well, I love you, that's the reason why I don't want you to hurt yourself, or something like that. If the guy wants to hurt himself, we've got to let him hurt himself. Fuck's sake.
It's like people
read out the week.
People need to chill out more and just... You remember we were talking about Bill and Ted?
Yes.
The great thing about Bill and Ted is they started that whole thing in the future where Bill and Ted's music has like made the world a peaceful sort of paradise, okay?
Because everyone enjoys that music.
Exactly. They've united through their love of the Wild Stallions and the motto that Bill and Ted left them, which was, be excellent to each other.
Have you ever noticed?
It's the best motto in the world.
Have you ever noticed? There's no emo lions.
What?
Well, in our society, there's emos that everyone gets offended by and goes like, oh, they shouldn't cut themselves and they need loads of benefits because they've got emo and they're depressed and everything. It's like, well, lions don't seem to have emos. Never seen a lion try and slice its own wrist.
What you're saying is we should feed the emos to the lions.
Yes, so the lions will grow stronger and become part of our society. Lion society!
And let the lions, eat the weebs away.
The lions should become our new rulers and we can, farm weebs.
That's genius.
It'd be great.
Lions should just rule the planet. Yeah. I mean, they are the kings of the jungle, Blaise. Why don't we just make them the king of the world?
Clearly, they've done something, right? They're known as the king of the jungle.
Exactly. We could call one of them Rex.
I mean, I'd say put monkeys in charge, but we'd just all be flinging shit at each other.
I think the lions should be in charge.
I mean, already horses.
The only problem I have with the lions being in charge is that they tend to betray each other quite a bit.
Only slightly, and they've got many wives, but you know.
Many wives.
Yeah,
I
many
don't
wives.
think they necessarily marry them.
Well, no, they've
But,
just got loads of women.
They, think about Scar, Velerious. Would you really want Scar as, like, the king?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It gets shit done.
It does
Fucking gets shit done. It's like, look at it this way, right? We want to get rid of a prime minister. We have to sit there and vote and go, we hate him and everything like that.
Yeah.
Scar just drops him off a fucking canyon into a stampede and
he
kills
is,
him.
He is
Problem solved.
No, but he is so evil. He waited for the perfect opportunity to kill him as well. It was like he never did it like just brazenly. It was like so sly.
Yeah.
I love it.
To be honest, I think that's what we need.
It would have got away with it if it wasn't for that pesky kid.
Hashtag Scar for Prime Minister / President
Scar for
/
king.
where you live.
Yeah.
King of the world.
King of the world.
King of the world. Scar 2017.
Yeah, it'd be better than fucking Trump. I would rather have Scar running the country than Trump.
Scar would eat Trump. He'd send his hyenas after him to eat him.
There you go. We've finished the Badger Arena. We've solved all the problems in the world.
Yes.
And
Scar also told the hyenas.
we managed to do a Barry White impression without being racist. I think it's been a successful day, Velerious.
We're pretty racist, mate.
I don't think that was. I think we got away with it. So I'm going to pause Derpsville there. And if you'd like to say bye-bye to everybody,
Bye-bye.
see you next time, guys. Bye.